I'm Kevin, otherwise known as Forum BX257, here to bring you another old G.I. Joe toy review. And to start off the 2012 year, I've decided to do the most iconic G.I. Joe character, the G.I. Joe Commando, the 1982 and 1983 versions of Snake Eyes. Now, Snake Eyes first appears in this costume in the G.I. Joe comic book number 1, as well as in the very first G.I. Joe cartoon miniseries, A Real American Hero, known as the Mouse Device. That's his only cartoon appearance in this outfit, as in 1985 he would get another outfit with the more almost knight-like slit visor, and that would be his most popular costume, but this is his first version. I'd like to go ahead and explain Snake Eyes' name, because I suppose to people who don't really know much about G.I. Joe, they would think it's kind of strange to give a good guy a snake-themed name, because, well, you know, G.I. Joes are fighting some snake-themed bad guys. But all the first series of G.I. Joe figures were created before the bad guys. But Snake Eyes is actually a term for the double ones on a pair of dice, which is the lowest number that you can actually throw if you're throwing a pair of dice. And therefore, it's often the losing hand in a dice game, like craps for instance, and is considered bad luck by the players. So he is literally bad luck to his enemies.
I'd like to start off the review with my rather badly cut US file card. The Canadian file cards that I have are actually badly abridged, and almost all the text is actually kind of gone here. On the bottom quote, I would think is probably from Stalker, who knew him from the Vietnam conflict, as well as looked him up when Hawk was recruiting for the G.I. Joe team. There's just so much nice stuff in here, because I mean it's like it speaks to a lot of experience and fighting qualities in here, and yet his file name is classified and his birthplace is classified. So if a kid wasn't familiar with the comic books or the cartoon, they can really get themselves into the Snake Eyes character. He is, of course, covered from head to toe, so again you have that genericness to all the figure. I mean, he has no paint job, yet that works so much for the figure, but it's cool looking at the same time. He comes with an explosives pack, and of course a trademark Uzi. I mean, it just wouldn't be Snake Eyes without an Uzi, really. I mean, the 1991 version notwithstanding. While the explosives pack was unique to Snake Eyes, Steeler, the 1982 and 1983 versions of Steeler, also came with this Uzi. The figure himself is a reuse of many parts. The only unique parts on him are the head and of course his thighs. He has a double pouch, whereas most of the other figures had a single pouch. And he has what looks to be 3 sticks of dynamite with your typical detonator on there. And that's pretty dangerous, actually. Here we have the 1983 and 1984 improvement, the Swivel arm battle grip version with the smaller waist. And personally, I think the 1983-84 version looks quite a bit better. Oddly enough, I have a hard time finding the Swivel arm version of Snake Eyes. That's rather weird, seeing as he was supposed to be issued for 2 years, and this guy was issued only for 1982. Yeah, this guy is the harder one to find. Another thing you might want to look out for if you're trying to buy one on the aftermarket is the accessories are, like all the 82 figures, they're an extremely dark gray. They're almost verging on black. But Hasbro released a Battle Gear accessory pack versions of these in which they're kind of like greenish gray. So you might want to look out for that. Sometimes I see people actually pairing up the accessory pack versions of these two items, and that's not really right. One thing I've always been very curious about was his face sculpt is, it kind of has those breathing holes, I guess, as well as a strap kind of sticking out from behind his hood and sort of inside of it at the same time. It's very strange how they sort of looped it inside and outside and around like that. Well, that's all the time I have right now. Please check out my Facebook page for more information and behind-the-scenes photos for these reviews. Thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for next time to see another 1980s G.I. Joe toy review. See you then.